So it's been a really eventful few weeks for me, which is part of the reason why I haven't really done a video. I mean, it's been, really eventful. I'm going to try and summarise it as best I can in as little time as possible for you. Most of you, well, I think I mentioned that I was starting counselling again after Christmas, and I started, last Thursday was my third session, so I started 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry for the little spots on my lip, I don't know what they're there for. But I started counselling, and I was really having quite a lot of mixed emotions about it. Obviously I was happy to be going, but at the same time I was really nervous because I knew that it would drag up a lot of feelings that I've sort of haven't dragged up in a while. And I had a feeling that it would probably affect me in some way. And the first session went really well, but the second session was really, really intense and really emotional. I didn't cry in it, but I did struggle not to. I could have done easily. Basically, we were just talking about how low my self-confidence is, and how I don't feel like I exist to people, and how I feel like I'm invisible and that I'm just not important to anyone. It was really, really hard, and I came out of it feeling so drained. And then things sort of got really bad, and I ended up doing a bit of self-harm. Nothing really bad, but enough. And then one of the people I live with noticed, and she was sort of cold with me, off with me all last week, but I didn't know why. And then she sent me a message over the weekend, and she said that she knew that I'd hurt myself and that she was really, really worried about me, and that shocked me because I'm not used to people sort of taking that much notice of me. I always feel like secretly I want people to notice what I do, but I can't. Obviously I don't go up to them and say, look what I did, but I want people to know, and I'm so used to people just not noticing that I just forget the effect that it has on people. And I realised how worried she'd been, and I felt so guilty. We're alright now, we've talked and stuff, but that was a really stressful couple of days because I didn't know how she was going to react, how she was going to treat me, because I've lost friends before because they aren't willing to accept me for who I am. And I was so worried because I was like, what if I've messed this up as well? What if I've messed this friendship up too? And then I've started sort of, I can't really explain what else has been going on. It's just been really, really hard couple of weeks because I've just felt like all these underlying feelings that I've had at the back of my mind for a long time because of the counselling are sort of coming back up. I'm ultra paranoid about whether anybody actually likes me at college or whether they're just being there with me. I get very low very easily at the moment. I don't really know the exact reasons why. I just have a lot of stuff going on in my head. I'm sorry, oh God, I'm shaking. I'm holding this with one hand. There we go. it's still shaking. I've got a lot going on in my head that I'm struggling to sort of understand, and I'm feeling okay today. I'm actually feeling quite positive today, but that can change really, really quickly, and I'm just trying to keep on top of things and keep positive. It's stupid little things that worry me, like if somebody doesn't reply to a text. It's taken enough courage for me to text them in the first place, but then if they don't reply, a load of stuff starts going through my head, like, do they really like me? Do they really want to be my friend? Etc. And plus, now that most of them know that I've got bigger issues than maybe what they thought before, I'm starting to worry whether they want to have anything to do with me because I'm such a liability. Such a big responsibility, I think, in their eyes. I'm just trying to stay positive, and it's really hard too, really hard. As I said, it just goes up and down. And it's completely unpredictable when I will feel happy and when I'll feel really low. You know what, I think the reason why I've got funny red spots on my lips is because I've just eaten some strawberries. And sometimes soft fruit does that to me. It's really weird. I get sort of like an itchy mouth and itchy lips, and my asthma work goes up, so it's very strange. I've never had an allergic reaction to fruit before. Yeah, strange. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I think I'm stable. I'm not in any sort of major distress at the moment. It's just hard to control how I feel. Really hard to go through such periods of really feeling really good and then feeling really low and back again. But I'm feeling okay today, so at least that's one thing. And I'm going to read you something that I wrote earlier. I was in a coffee shop earlier and I just decided to start writing, and this is what I wrote, and this made me feel better. I said, I've started to realise it's more down to me than I thought. I can't expect other people to meet what I need, especially since what I need is so much to ask. I just wish I'd be someone's top priority. I know people think about me and like me, but somehow it's not enough. But at least I know that now. Understanding more about myself may not make things better, but at least I now have a better idea of how to make it better. At least I can say to myself, I know what's wrong, instead of just knowing that something's wrong, but I don't know what. I need to start thinking about the positive facts rather than dwelling on my paranoid, warped ideas of what is real. I need to start living in the real world and letting the world influence me instead of trying to control the world myself. I need to give myself a break. Yeah, I think I just need... I'm putting too much pressure on myself to get better quickly, to make everything right quickly. Whereas it's going to take a lot of time. You know, I had a massive milestone this week when I've been texting people of my own accord without them texting me first, and that is a huge deal for me because I used to not even be able to send a text if the other person hadn't texted me first, and it still does worry me when they don't reply, but the fact that I'm sending them is a big thing, and I'm going to have to stop this video now because otherwise it's not going to upload to YouTube. Anybody from Apple watching, next time you make an iPhone, try and make one that will let you upload videos to YouTube that are longer than 9 minutes 50 seconds. Anyway, thanks very much. What am I saying thanks very much for?